Don't worry, this video is not about waking up at 5 in the morning and completely changing your life. I'm actually planning to do the exact opposite today. Sleep. Good morning. My name is Victoria. About 6 months ago, my life changed dramatically. Just not in the direction I had hoped. Right now, I have far more problems than solutions. But today I'm simply going to focus on what is actually within my control. For several years, I kept waking up in the middle of the night without an alarm, usually around 1 and 2 in the morning. The first thing I'd do was reach my phone, as if something important had to happen in those few hours while I was asleep. Maybe it was anxiety. Or maybe it was the habit of trying to control things that were never really under my control in the first place. My sleep still isn't exactly healthy. I usually go to bed around 1 in the morning, wake up at 4:45 to get to work by 6:30, and by the time I get home, I'm so exhausted that I can barely keep my eyes open while sitting at the table. Then I fall asleep for a few hours, wake up late in the evening, do whatever needs to be done around the house, and somehow end up going to the bed around 1 again. Honestly, I don't like living like this. Maybe one of the simplest tasks I have this year is just to finally get enough sleep. Not to earn $1 million, not to completely change my life, just to get enough sleep. That's actually something I can control. Whenever we want to change our lives, we usually want to change everything at once. Fix our sleep, start exercising, eat healthier, read more books, stop procrastinating. I'm sure you have your own version of that list. I used to believe that was the right approach. Change everything. Now, I want something much smaller. Would I please have a life that's just a little better than it's right now? Speaking of just a little better, I'm not trying to change my whole life today. I just want to make my space feel a little more organized. For a year and a half, I lived and worked in another city. When I moved back home, I somehow had to fit two lives into one apartment. It's funny. When you move, you overthink, you unpack everything in a couple of days. Then a week goes by, then a month, then 6 months, and one box slowly becomes part of the furniture. Some of my things are still exactly where I left them on the day I moved back. For example, in my car. Today, I'm just going to move them into the trunk. That's all. Not because I'm lazy, but because that's all I can do today. And somehow, that feels like enough. I used to get frustrated because I couldn't finish everything in a single day. I wanted to wake up one morning and finally put a check mark next to every task on my list. But life doesn't really work that way. Sometimes the list just keeps getting longer, and maybe that's normal. I'm not going to finish everything today, but if there is even one less item on that list by tonight, that will be enough. Sometimes I think we spend too much time postponing life. I'll rest once I finish everything. I'll be happy once all my problems are solved. But problems have a habit of appearing faster than they disappear. So maybe we shouldn't wait for the perfect moment to go forward. We'll always find a reason to put it off. Today my life didn't become perfect. Most of my problems are still here, but today it became just a little better than yesterday.